Las Meninas is one of the most famous paintings in the history of art. Painted by the Spanish artist Diego Velázquez in 1656, the painting is widely regarded as one of the greatest works of Western art. The painting has been the subject of much debate and analysis over the years, and its meaning and significance continue to be explored by art historians and critics today. Diego Velázquez was born in Seville, Spain in 1599. He began his career as a painter at a young age, studying with his father and other artists in Seville. In 1623, Velázquez moved to Madrid, where he became the court painter to King Philip Roman IV of Spain, with whom he had a close relationship. In fact, he was one of the few people who was allowed to paint the king without wearing formal court dress. Velázquez would go on to spend much of his career at the court, producing portraits of the king and his family as well as other members of the court. He was renowned for his speed as a painter. He was able to create remarkably detailed and realistic portraits in a relatively short amount of time. Some accounts suggest that he was able to complete a portrait in just a few hours, which was much faster than most painters of his time. The era in which Velázquez was creating Las Meninas was a time of great artistic and cultural flourishing in Spain. Known as the Siglo de Oro, or Golden Age, this period saw a flourishing of art, literature, and culture, as Spain became one of the most powerful and influential countries in Europe. During this time, Spain was at the height of its power as a colonial empire, and its influence extended across Europe, the Americas, and Asia. Spanish artists continued to produce some of the greatest works of the Baroque period, including the plays of Lope de Vega and the paintings of El Greco. Las Meninas depicts a scene from the court of King Philip Roman IV of Spain. The painting shows a group of people gathered in a room, including the king's daughter, Infanta Margarita, and her ladies-in-waiting. She is the main figure in the painting and was about 5 years old at the time. Her life was marked by tragedy, as many of her siblings died at a young age. She also suffered from health problems and spent much of her life in seclusion. However, she was highly educated and corresponded with many of the leading intellectuals of her time. She is the main figure in the painting and was about 5 years old at the time. During Velázquez's stay at the royal court, he painted countless portraits of the Infanta, among others. Infanta Margarita Teresa in pink dress. Infanta Margarita Teresa in blue dress. Infanta Margarita Teresa in silver dress. Later in life she married Leopold I, Holy Roman Emperor, and sadly died in the age of 21, leaving behind 4 children. Other depicted characters represent Diego Velázquez himself. The artist is seen in the painting, standing at his easel and painting the scene that he is capturing. This inclusion of the artist in the painting is a self-portrait. On the sides of Infanta Margarita we can see Las Meninas. The painting's title refers to the ladies-in-waiting who attend to the young princess. They are dressed in similar costumes and are arranged in a semicircle around Infanta Margarita. On the right side of the picture we can see Mary Barbola. She was a favorite of the queen and is depicted holding a box of confections. She was originally from Austria and served as a court dwarf from 1651 onwards. The representation of Mary Barbola in Las Meninas is unique because during the 17th century, people with dwarfism were often depicted in a disrespectful manner and were not given much respect. However, in this painting, Maribarbola is shown in a dignified position standing upright beside the princess with a thoughtful and controlled expression and making direct eye contact with the viewer. The royal couple, Queen Mariana and Philip IV, is shown in an interesting way, only in the mirror hanging on the wall. This suggests that the picture is painted from their perspective, which was a very ingenious and innovative idea for those times. In the picture, we can also find José Nieto Velázquez, who was the Queen's chamberlain, possibly related to the artist. One of the most striking things about Las Meninas is its use of perspective. The painting is composed in such a way that the viewer is placed in the position of the king and queen, looking at the scene from their point of view. This creates a sense of depth and realism that is remarkable for a painting of this era. Another notable aspect of the painting is its use of light and shadow. Velázquez uses light to draw attention to certain elements of the painting, such as the figure of the Infanta and her ladies in waiting, while also creating a sense of depth and space. Las Meninas was not always as highly regarded as it is today. In fact, the painting was not considered a masterpiece in its own time, and it was not until the 19th century that it began to be recognized as one of the great works of Western art. Today, Las Meninas is part of the collection of the Prado Museum in Madrid. We all have the opportunity to view and appreciate the piece that is widely considered to be a masterpiece of the Baroque period. It is a testament to the skill and talent of the artist and provides us with a glimpse into the royal court of 17th century Spain. Its accessibility to the public allows for a wider appreciation of the painting and its historical significance.